let's kick off with the Telegraph. Cressida.
Putin welcomes Hamas to Moscow. So, wow, he's forming an axis of terror as he welcomes them.
Does he call it the axis of terror?
I don't know. The Telegraph do. It's in quote marks, but it doesn't... I
wouldn't put it
know.
past Putin.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's clearly very pleased with himself. In a move condemned by Israel, obviously, as an obscene step that gives support to terrorism, Russian officials met with the terror group. I wonder how the people who have been pulling down the posters, the people who are very... I mean, I appreciate Hamas is separate from Palestine, but I wonder how people feel about this.
No, they're not that separate.
It's, well...
There's some connection there.
Well, this is obviously raising concern in the West.
No, I hear you. Obviously, people on the left who support the Palestinian cause. I support the Palestinian cause for their own country. But as soon as they stop, trying to kill all the Jews. But anyway, but the point...
Hamas stopped.
Hamas, yes, no, because no other Palestinians would do that. But the point is that, yes, they are now allying themselves with Iran, with Russia. Why has Russia done this, Nick?
Well, I don't know, but it's worrying, isn't it? Because we had all that peace under Trump, and I hate to say it. I
love how everybody just uses this to bring in their own stuff.
Yeah. I hate to say it because I'm not partisan, but you do look at this. Trump was trying to apparently form some sort of trade deal with Russia and ease relations with them. But then you had that Democrat hoax, the Russia hoax, so he couldn't then do it. He had to stop because they were claiming, Trump's in league with Putin, Russian disinformation, all this kind of stuff. So it's tragic. And we now have Biden, we have two wars, and we have a new axis of evil back to the George W. Bush time. So it's very, very worrying. And if that wasn't bad enough, Duran won't do Glastonbury is the other big front page story.
Well, and I think probably Putin had his hand in that as well.
Yes.
But before we move on, I mean, this is a big deal. The fact, the language even that Putin's using with Hamas, it's sort of praising their active role, and that is essentially a covering up for raping and torturing children. But this for Israel has got to be a massive blow because Israel has had to, just because I know somewhat about the region as well, but because of Russia's involvement in Syria, Israel has had to kind of appease Russia somewhat when it came to Ukraine. A lot of people are criticising Israel because they weren't coming all out against Ukraine or for Ukraine. And now this is the way that Russia's essentially sort of repaid them. But then, of course, that's what you're going to deal with megalomaniac.
As if you can just swap. It's like kids in the playground. We're friends now, we're not. What?
You're talking about behind the scenes.
You're saying Putin isn't the stand-up guy we all thought is what I'm getting.
Shocked, exactly.